Welcome to the No Name Yet podcast. That is the podcast with no name. And on tonight's show is the man who provides Valentine's Day pleasure in less than a minute, Griddy!
It's true. Well, depending on how you look at it, the Valentine's Day special was an hour, so that's way more than a minute.
That's true.
All right, so there you go. Depending on how you look at it. Depending on what kind of pleasure you want.
And not on the show tonight is the man who just didn't show up, Mo!
No show crow.
No show crow.
No show crow.
Well, we'd like to welcome everybody to the pre-post Valentine's Day special.
That's right.
And why it's pre is because we're recording it before Valentine's Day, and post because we're posting it post Valentine's Day.
That's right.
Do you have any big plans for Valentine's Day?
The Insane Clown Posse is going to be doing a pay-per-view of their Tunnel of Love show, and I will be watching it.
Oh, okay.
And they're also doing another show after that, so I'll be watching the next day too.
All right.
Favorite guys.
And where can people find that?
Oh, they're holding out to the last fucking second. They're like, whoa, just keep an eye on the IG for the link. It's already fucking 9 o'clock on Thursday. It's supposed to be out tomorrow, so I'm waiting for this link.
Okay.
But it'll be out. I'm sure it'll be out.
Okay.
It'll be up. Can't wait. Love those guys.
And I don't have any plans for Valentine's Day except
Got two new Valentines.
What's that?
Got two new Valentines this year.
Oh, I do have two new Valentines.
Get them like a bone or something.
Yeah, one is named Lara, the other Spencer. The two new dogs.
That's right, two new Valentines.
Yeah, they do bring a lot of joy into life.
That's right.
And today they committed their first murder.
Oh, would they kill a bird?
No, they killed a bone plushie.
Oh, okay. They're warming up to the.
They're not an actual living creature.
Okay, they didn't get. Well, I can't wait to hear when they jump a bird or something or a squirrel. Fuck it up.
If anyone's gonna get it, it's gonna be Lara.
Yep, I heard she's very on guard. Very in tune.
Yep, she's ready to sniff it out and get it.
Ready to pounce.
Yes.
Well, we know Valentine's Day is all about getting together and breaking up, and I thought you'd enjoy this since you're a car guy. Apparently, Honda and Nissan were going to do a $60 billion merger, and it will not come to pass. They have canceled that. What do you think about that?
Well, not knowing a lot about either company at this juncture, that Honda generally has a good reputation for making very dependable cars that hold their value. And Nissan over the years has come to represent less quality. Those mergers can be tricky. For example, when Boeing merged with Lear. Lear had I think it was Lear they merged with, had a very toxic corporate culture, and Boeing had a very wholesome corporate culture. And the idea was that Boeing was going to influence Lear's culture, and it went the other way around. And
I bet they were affected.
So I'm kind of glad they're not.
Right. Wouldn't for Honda, you're saying probably.
For Honda, yeah.
Yeah. They would have got the whack end of the deal.
Yeah. I mean, my dad has a Nissan now. I mean, it's not bad.
What was that, Japanese?
Yeah. 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 In the 90s, my whole family had Nissans. There was a guy at this one Nissan dealer. It's not open anymore. But he sold us most of the cars, and I drove a Nissan Sentra for 9 years, and the only reason I got rid of it is I drove it for 9 years. I sold it to a guy in town that was retired, and he towed it behind his Winnebago for a few years. So the car saw the country.
You've had this one for 4 years now,
Uh,
right?
the, yeah, the Mazda, I think it's
Yeah.
going on 4.
Had to be.
Yeah,
You got that right when I came up here, pretty much.
yeah.
A couple months shy or whatever.
It's my second Mazda.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Now,
I
since it's
like.
Valentine's Day, what is the best car to fuck in?
Um,
Any car, if you had to pick.
well, I would say the 1978 98 Oldsmobile that I had as my first car.
And so that means you used it.
It was a convertible. The seats were spacious. The hood was spacious.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Good. Bring it to Lover's Lane,
Uh-huh.
Lover's Cliff, whatever the hell. Lover's
Lover's Lookout.
Quarry. Yeah, Lover's Lookout. Mhm.
And what Griddy is referring to is that we have recorded some episodes of the soap opera that we've been talking about on the No Name Yet podcast. And I would like to take the opportunity to play the first episode for everybody right now. And the name of the opera is called Lick of Our Lives. And if you look down in the notes for the show, you'll see all the people that participated and voiced characters on the first episode. And as we've been doing episodes for the No Name Yet podcast every other week, we're going to continue doing that. However, next week I'll drop the second episode of the soap opera.
Okay.
So the soap opera will be weekly, and hopefully soon, at some point, the No Name Yet podcast will be weekly again too.
Right.
So without any further ado, please enjoy Lick of Our Lives. Our scene opens up on that famous lane in Licksville, somewhere, USA, Lovers Lookout. And up on the lookout tonight are 2 cars. And let's see what our couples are up to. And welcome to the first episode of Lick of Our Lives. Ow!
Clyve, what's the matter, sweetie?
The last time that we were up here, there we didn't have bucket seats. We had a bench seat in my grandfather's scamp.
Well, I think we can make do with the bucket here. Is it that steering wheel bothering you again, or is it the shift stick?
Well, it's the shifter. I mean, and the steering wheel is like right in my thighs because you broke the tilt steering wheel.
I just feel like you shouldn't be worried so much about things rubbing up against you, is what I'm saying. Why don't you think about the times when you were saying sweet nothings to me and nibbling on my ear?
Oh, Merna, that was so long ago. I mean, I know what you're trying to do to get us up here to Lovers Lookout on our 38th anniversary. The kids are gone. It's just you and I. You have so many complaints about me.
I don't have complaints about you, sweetie. I'm trying to get a little closer to you. I'm trying to rekindle some of that spark.
I don't know what happened to the spark, darling. I think it's when I ran for office and became mayor of Licksville.
Well, that could be right. You seem more interested in everyone else in town.
I mean, Licksville is a intense companion.
Well, you'd think you'd be more into licking being the mayor or the former mayor of Licksville. Just saying.
I know, but I mean, look at our town. Our town has been decimated by the lollipop factory moving out. We used to be the lollipop capital of the United States, and it moved to Guangzhou.
Oh, everything with you is Guangzhou.
No, 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 darling, is Guangzhou.
Guangzhou. Is
Very
that
good.
does that make you more interested in me?
It actually does.
Oh, well, Guangzhou.
Oh, darling.
Guangzhou. I mean, can you keep up? I mean, look at look at next to us. Look at that. Look
Oh
at
my
that
God, look
young
at them.
look at that young couple. They oh, doesn't that bring you back?
It does. Cut to the other car.
Hey, baby, you like this new song I just made? Lickety, 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 quack, 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 lickety, 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 lickety. It's gonna be Licksville #1 hit. Yeah.
Oh, Guangzhou, it's so good.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is going to hit the top 100s. Everybody's gonna be singing lickety, 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 lickety. No words needed. No words needed. You know what
They
I'm saying?
see a rat run across the dashboard.
What was that?
Oh,
Did you see that?
see what?
Oh my goodness.
What? What you scared of?
Wait, it's on your leg. You don't feel that? Oh my God, it's a
Oh.
rat.
Oh,
It's a rat.
oh,
What-
nah,
what-
not kill it, kill it, kill it. What?
Cut back to the other car.
Live, look at the action and the bouncing that's happening over
Oh my
there.
God, look at them go.
Well, it's just everybody. The car is shaking. The
Oh my
arms are
goodness, open the
swinging.
door.
Don't you-
Open the
don't you
door.
got something in your purse?
Just open
Don't
the
women got
door.
guns?
Check it out.
Don't you got a gun in
Oh
there?
my goodness.
Oh my god, oh my god, I'm gonna leave you here, shorty.
Oh my gosh, let me do it.
Coming up the hill, both cars noticed bright lights. It is the police car, and inside is Sheriff Jonathan Pinkney and stops at the young people's car and gets out.
Hey, you in there.
Oh no, I can't get caught. I can't get caught with with lollipops. These lollipops is illegal. You know what I'm saying? They illegal lollipops. That we can't be. I can't get caught again. I can't get caught again.
This is Sheriff John Pinkham. Roll down that window, you know accounts.
How you doing, Sheriff?
Hey.
Never mind that, license and registration.
Come on, you know who I am. I was a little wild one in high school. You remember me?
Oh, that's right, it's you. You used to babysit my daughter.
Yeah. I turned out to be a good man. You know what? I'm making music right now. You know, I just made a new track. You want to hear it?
License and registration.
I mean, you should really hear this song. It's gonna take us back to the top. You know what I'm saying? Lickety is gonna be the #1 spot.
It really is licktastic, officer.
Licktastic, huh? I'll be the judge of that. Let me hear it.
Oh, lickety, quack, 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 lickety, quack, 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 quack. You know what I'm saying? You saying? I gotta work on a few more things, but I'm about to kill it. I'm about to kill it. We're gonna go back to the top.
Well, let me tell you something. I know a hit when I hear it, and that song's going to be a hit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We just having a romantic night, you know what I'm saying? We here. Ain't
Your
nothing
parents
but
know where you are.
But I think that man and the old couple in the back on the other side, they were doing something suspicious over there, licking ears or something like that. I don't know. They were too close.
All right, you guys stay put. I'll be right back.
The sheriff goes over to the other car.
Okay, roll down the window, you hooligans.
Yes, Sheriff.
License and registration.
Did we do anything wrong?
Do you know what time it is? What are you doing up here at this time of night?
Yeah, darling, this car sucks. The clock is on the fritz again. No, officer, I don't know what time it is because we're sitting in a 2008 Cobalt.
Madam, where's your blouse?
It's so I'm in the perimenopause phase, and so I was just very warm, and it's right here on the floor.
Sir, where are your trousers?
Well, it's with her blouse. I'm also going through menopause, and I was very, very, very sweaty.
I mean, is it wrong for a couple celebrating their 30-somethingth anniversary to
Tell me what symbolizes the 30-something anniversary.
what's
Are you talking about what metal
Yes.
or gem?
Yes.
Who knows?
if you loved me, you would know more. It's really it's
Are you-
actually not a gem, but it's unsalted almonds.
Okay.
Sir, have you bought her unsalted almonds yet?
No. I didn't. And
Kroger's is
but
having a sale on unsalted
I
almonds.
certainly
suggest
could
you get
have
over there.
this gift that I did get for her and trade it for some unsalted almonds.
It's probably the salted almonds, right? That you want me to lick the salt off. That's what you want.
You can say
But they're
anything
mixed
about
milk.
you can say anything you want to about me, but I am not cheap.
Listen, this is not the first time that almonds have come between a couple. Okay, I have seen this before. Kroger's is having a sale on unsalted almonds. I suggest you get over there toot sweet.
Okay. Well, I guess I should take it from the sheriff that he's seen a lot of couples in the county separated by almonds. So, yes, officer, we would be happy to drive. Wait a second.
Share. Oh,
What is in the sky? All of a sudden, the sky opens up and several types of drones come flying over Lover's Lookout and over Licksville. Long drones, short drones, tall drones, colorful drones, drones of all shapes and sizes.
This city is nasty.
Wow, I'll be doggone. Feet don't fail me now.
oh no, the sheriff has left us, and it's this light is blinding. This is
What the
this is
hell
not a
is
special
this?
surprise for us, is it, Clive?
No, this isn't a special surprise. And we need the sheriff. I mean, we're being invaded by somebody. Our couples are amazed and stunned by the drones in the air. The sheriff has run away and driven away to protect himself, leaving everybody up on Lover's Lookout. Our elder couple, Merna and former Mayor Clyve, get dressed. And our young couple, stun the Rap with a Popeye's chicken leg and finishes their dinner as they admire the drones in the sky. Tune in next time when we hear Anabella say,
This looks like a job for the Lick Brigade.
Smashing. Absolutely smashing.
smashing
What's your friend's name that acted opposite of you?
Robin Suitor.
She was the best. She got you good. She got your ass good a few times on that one. You had to just play along. She got you good.
It just brought back a lot of memories because we used to do these husband and wife scenes all the time.
Seems like it. You guys had a lot of chemistry
Yeah.
in a way.
I think I remember one scene. I ended up giving her a bath in the holy water fountain of a church or something.
Wacky. You guys did good. You guys did good.
Yeah. And
The acoustics in what was Mo's character's name and Jasmine's name?
his Travis, and his stage name is Little Lick.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of car is that they were in where the acoustics were so shitty.
Is probably one of those old tinny Japanese cars from the
Yeah, it sounded
1980s.
like they were broadcasting from tin.
Yeah,
Mo
yeah.
is 5-year professional podcaster, and that is the audio quality he chose to
Hmm.
present you with. That was insane. I'm
Right.
listening to it, and then I hear, "What the hell?" It totally got me out. I was relaxed on Lover's Lookout, and then I'm like, "What the hell is that?" Jasmine's like 40 feet away.
Yeah, we had to go back. I mean, and he was like, you got to speak louder,
Oh my God, these kids.
and I tried using this AI on the program I edit with that's supposed to equalize the sound through the whole track. I mean, it really didn't do a good job
Ain't nothing
there.
gonna save that. Ain't nothing gonna save that.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing gonna save that. But good stuff.
good stuff. And
Hopefully,
we had such a good
do
time
it.
doing it.
Yep. Yep.
And just a shout out to my friend Tony, who I went to college with, played the sheriff, and then Pat, who everybody knows. She was there, and she will show up in the second episode.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Star-studded cast.
star-studded cast.
Wonderful.
I thought it was a pretty good showing, given it was the pilot episode.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
And I didn't mention it. The whole thing is improvised.
That's right.
We just started with a few starters with the situation up on Lover's Lookout and that, and then the rest of it was improvised. So
Right.
when it gets goofy, just it's improvised.
Just roll with it. Just roll with it.
Just roll with it.
Hmm.
So I have some Valentine's Day gift fails.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a website called boardpanda.com. And this is I'm not sure exactly what kind of shop, but it says porns. And there's a advertisement here. Pamper your loved ones. Bring your girlfriend 15% off. Bring your wife 25% off. Bring both at the same time 50% off.
Wow. Wow. What is this like a little what is this supposed to be?
Uh, is bringing both your wife and girlfriend to the same restaurant. It's a restaurant, I
Okay, that's
guess.
what I thought so. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
same restaurant.
porn?
Yeah, do you see how back here it says
Oh,
porns?
porn.
Yeah.
Very
Oh, very odd restaurant.
It's 2024. A lot of people have wives and girlfriends at the same time or boyfriends and husbands. Not a big deal.
Sure.
People will definitely take advantage of that.
Yes.
Oh Lord. This is inappropriate.
So, for those that are listening, we have a vegetable case in the grocery store filled with zucchini, and it says ideas for Valentine's underneath it.
Yeah. You can do a couple things with that. I don't think that's for everybody.
No, no, that's not for everybody.
People may want to get something a little smaller.
So, here we have uh, Playboy lubricated large size condoms. Some kind of display over here that says endurance, uh,
That's what I need.
play, bareback. And then I don't know what's Durex Featherlight. Oh,
I think
it's
that's just a condom.
massage oil. Okay. And then underneath it says share the love with your dad.
Yeah, how about no? How about I don't? I'll take the endurance one though. I should.
Okay. And then underneath is a case of champagne.
Okay. That I can probably give my dad.
All right. And so this is says I get a real rapey feeling from my Valentine's mince quote. It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yeah, not the best for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, not the best. And this just might be the worst Valentine's Day card we've ever
A
seen.
girlfriend is a sister you can.
Choose.
Okay, no. Maybe in Alabama.
And so here at the Office Depot Valentine's Day display, you could buy software to file for divorce.
Okay, that seems useful.
Eh, useful for some. And this is a cake that it's decorated and it says, "Love is a dong that never ends."
Okay, not for everybody. I don't want that.
Oh, it's supposed to say, "Love is a song that never ends." But the way they did the cursive S, it looks like love is a dong that never ends.
Who did this? The same person that did what's her name's kid's cake.
Oh, yeah. Rebecca's
Yeah, Rebecca's cake for the kid for the birthday.
unicorn cake. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it may be.
Same bakery.
And for those that did not see that episode, my coworker Rebecca ordered what looked like a cute unicorn cake, and when she got it, the horn looked like a humongous penis.
That was more for a bachelorette party, not a
Yeah,
child's birthday. Oh, a little sloth.
yeah. That one I don't quite.
What is this? What does the heart say?
It says I sloth you, but the person who posted it thought it said I death you.
Uh,
Yeah, we can skip that one.
you could have left that one out.
So the heart-shaped headphone splitter that looks like a nutsack.
That's pretty good. A
Yeah.
headphone split? I've never seen that. What do you use that for? So two people can listen at the same time?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I never seen that.
Yeah.
And then you can share a milkshake with two straws.
Sure. Why not?
That's your era right there. You used to do shit like that, right? And flip a coin and hit the jukebox and
Yeah.
knife fight people.
Yeah. And get a plate of spaghetti and you know, take an end of it and start sucking it,
Whoa, whoa.
until your date and you are
Kissing.
lip to lip like
Right.
101 Dalmatians.
That is Lady and the Tramp.
That's Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah, the Dalmatians, if they did that, that's their brother and sister. That's like
Well,
that.
wasn't there a mother and a father in the Dalmatians?
I don't remember.
Oh no, you're right. Well,
Did a
whatever.
single mother or some shit?
I don't
Their
know.
father? I didn't like that movie. It was boring.
Now this one I think is very funny. So we have Little Critters Pet Store, and the sign says, "Give your Valentine crabs."
Uh, no thanks.
All crabs 25% off.
What is it? Why would you buy a crab for crab legs? Well, I never seen somebody
Uh,
buy a full crab before.
yeah, I mean this is a pet store.
Why would you have a crab for a pet?
Now, some people have crabs for pets.
Like they put it in a big tank for like the ecosystem.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The,
Yeah.
I think that some of them are like land crabs. You
Okay.
don't have to have them near water.
For a pet?
Yeah,
It's like people that have fucking turtles. Like, what's the point of a turtle? It's
I
like a
don't know.
plant.
Eddie's got
Like a
one,
little-
right?
Yeah, he's a goof. A turtle. What does a turtle do? It's like having a fish.
Well,
What's
I
the
like the
point?
fish.
Your fish is retarded. That's why you like your fish. Because every day it's doing something dumb. It's like banging its head against the glass, or it's letting itself get sucked into the freaking
Yeah,
the what's that thing he likes to like get
the
sucked
filter, the filter.
filter. Yeah, your fish is bugging. Your fish needs a helmet.
Well, I thought my fish was dying,
You think it's dying
and
every day?
and Well, I brought the water to the pet store and found out that the nitrates and nitrates and
Nitrates. What are you getting? Baloney? Nitrates?
there's two things, nitrates and something.
The nitrates were only in cold cuts.
No. No, just I didn't do enough water changes, so I changed out half the water, and the fish is now acting more normal. All right, let's finish up this list. So, great idea for Valentine's Day. Say I love you with facials.
That sounds like an idea. That's a good one. That's the best one on the list.
And I thought that this would be your favorite. And this says this will either
Oh, the two steaks?
the best Valentine's Day gift ever or the worst.
No, no, no. That's great. I want to go get one of those right now.
Yeah.
Two strips? They look like strips. They might be ribeyes, but
Yep, it's steaks in a heart-shaped container.
that's what I'm talking about. Those will probably be less expensive than the eggs.
Yeah, probably.
That's what I'm talking
Probably.
about for Valentine's Day, baby.
And
Little
here
thing.
we have at CVS among the Valentine's Day candy, sudden sleep pills.
Oh, who's that for Bill Cosby? You put that there? Oh, I'm surprised they're not locked up.
I
Surprised they're not
know.
on glass. This must have been taken a couple years ago.
And this is the number one
All right.
Valentine's Day gift that I would love to be at a party and see somebody give their woman this gift for Valentine's Day.
All right. What is this? What the heck?
Valentine's Day Slim Fast.
Oh, you're gonna get slapped for that. What is it? Red velvet flavored? Yikes! Oh boy, you about
Yeah,
to eat for that?
wouldn't
Damn!
that be
I would
that
kill
would
to
go
see
over
that. I would
really well.
kill to see that. Oh my god! What makes it Valentine's Day? Does it zoom in? Does it say it's like a different flavor? Oh, that's the best, man. Oh my god, I would kill to see that too.
I don't know. It's just it's they've got the display here. Gives
I want to do it now. Now I want to do it.
so I have a Valentine's Day kind of like a ghost story. Kind of a ghost story.
Well, ghosts are
But
big on Valentine's Day. A lot of ghosting going on around Valentine's Day, I'm sure.
yeah, yes, yeah.
I've been a ghost of many on around Valentine's Day, so
You've been the ghost
I've
or
been a ghost many times. Unfortunately,
okay.
trying to clean up my act though. It's not right.
Okay.
Not right. Not
And,
appropriate.
and what motivates you to ghost?
I don't want it's just case by case situation. Where it just depends on the. It's not right though. It's not right. I'm not. It's not good. It's not good.
Now, have you ever had a Valentine's Day fail?
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring it up because you asked me for a ghost story. I was like, I don't got a ghost story, but I got one where I mean, if you can call it dating, we were in name dating, but this was had to be 10th grade, yeah, 11th grade maybe. And I started dating this girl, and she was just not into me at all, pretty much, I think. And it was very evident for a while. And on Valentine's Day, like I brought her like these chocolates, like and I brought her like this dog or something. And she just like took it and avoided me the whole day, just did not care. And then maybe 3 days later, she broke up with me and sucked my friend's dick in front of like somebody's friend, in front of one of my friends. So happy Valentine's Day.
Oh my God.
At least she broke up with me before she sucked him off, though. I will always say that. Everybody's
Uh-huh.
always like, "Oh, she did you wrong." I'm like, "Not really. She called me, broke up with me, and then sucked my friend off.
Well,
Not. It could have been worse.
yeah,
Could have been worse."
I mean, anybody would want a longer mourning period, but
Oh yeah, that was
technically, she's okay.
she apologized. I'm like, I mean, what did you do? Really, nothing. And I remember the funny thing was that she bit him by accident. Like she used her teeth or something by accident.
Oh
So
wow.
it was not a good one either. So I was like, you know what? Better you than me, I guess. That could have been my Valentine's Day. That's a
It
worse.
dodged a bullet.
Yep,
Yeah.
could have been a worse Valentine's Day. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. It looked like a real goof.
Well, the one thing that I did want to share with everybody who don't know the legend of Saint Valentine.
Oh, you mean? Oh, well, this is really bad that Crow's not here. It's really sad because he loves Valentine's Day and Saint Valentine,
Oh, yes, he
but
does.
apparently was a pedophile. And for the last 5 years have found zero evidence.
Evidence.
We need to go to the Vatican to look this up. Because we've all been like, we have never heard that. I mean, he's been on this since the first Valentine. I don't like Valentine's Day. Saint Valentine was a pedophile. And we're like, we've never heard of this.
Uh-huh.
Not one shred of evidence that Saint Valentine was doing inappropriate with minors. But he swears. He swears.
And he said it had something to do with Cupid. So
Cupid was based on Saint Valentine, who was a pedophile. The best explanation, the best segment on that episode probably was him, and he was like adamant, like he was aggressive about it. He was heated. It was the best. I mean, where were all those books burned? Where like back in the day, like way back. What was that the burning of the books? Remember what country was that?
Was it Germany when the Nazis?
Yeah, maybe it was one of those books. They burned the
Oh yeah, that was one of the books.
that exposed Cupid as being a pedophile. We have not found one like article, nothing. Hilarious. So it's kind of sad he's not here to defend himself on this
Yeah,
one.
yeah. So I'm going to use a little bit of this website's description of Saint Valentine, and I'll end it because I don't have all the details. And of course, I'm not presenting this as fact. This is uh, chalked up to legend because there was more than one Saint Valentine.
Yes.
But so according to one version of Saint Valentine's history, he was an ordinary priest. Other stories say he was a bishop who lived in the third century. He was going about his normal priestly duties during the time when Rome was ruled by Emperor Claudius II, also known as Claudius the Cruel. Claudius had been under the impression that lagging enlistment into his Roman army was because of the men's strong attachment to their wives and lovers. To him, the solution was simple: ban all marriages and engagements to ensure more men joined the Roman military ranks. Valentine realized the injustice and cruelty of such a decree and continued to perform marriage ceremonies in secret. When Emperor Claudius discovered the priest's clandestine activities, he sentenced him to be clubbed to death, and then, if that wasn't enough, to have his head cut off. Valentine died February 14th, around the year 2070. I'm sorry, not 2070, 270. 270. And so the rest of the legend has it that while he was in jail, he fell in love with the jailer's daughter. So on the night before he was to be executed, he wrote a letter professing his love and signed it "Your Valentine." And then the next day they chopped his head off.
Very sad.
That's where love gets you.
That's right. Get you with your head chopped off or your penis bit. Or your penis chopped off. A lot of penis has been chopped in American history.
Yeah,
At least two that I could think of from
yeah.
back in the day. Back in the it was like the 90s that happened. Who was that? What's her name? Lorena.
Lorena Bobbitt.
That's right. Hero to many women. And I think it
Yeah,
happened again. I'm pretty sure it happened again, not like long after that.
it did happen again. I forgot who that was. But I heard a great Lorena Bobbitt joke.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Um, and a friend of mine told it to me, and she's about 15 years older than me, and presents as a very sweet, matronly lady, but she comes out with jokes like this. Okay, these two ladies are driving down the road, and uh, a car drives right up behind them, right on their bumper, and it's going back and forth trying to get around them. And so the old lady's looking in her mirror, and she's like, "What's wrong with that woman?" Well, that woman was Lorena Bobbitt right after she had done the deed. And so when the road opened up and Lorena could pass the two old women, she passed the old women. And as she passed the old women, she took the dick and threw it out the window. And it hit the windshield of the old woman's car. And the woman driving the car said, "Oh my God, Gladys, a fly just hit the windshield." And Gladys said, "Yeah, and you see the dick on that fly?"
I knew the joke like halfway through. I love that joke. That's a great one. So I remembered it being a bird, right? A fly.
Okay, all
Right.
right.
You saw the dick on that fly. That's great. That's a great one.
Yeah.
90s were crazy. You got
Yeah.
that. You got Joey Buttafuoco's wife getting shot in the face,
Yeah.
chick, and then he went on like Stern. I think they like ended up hanging out after that. Him and the girl that shot his wife. What a crazy time. OJ, right? Was that 90s?
Yeah. Yeah. OJ
OJ
was the
chopped
90s.
Nicole's head off, right? What a wild time.
I know. Yeah.
Wild time.
Yeah. Who would have thought that you kind of missed the 90s?
I kind of got the later half. I was not even conscious till like really maybe 98, 99.
Hmm.
Oh, I was really more of an early 2000s, but I still had like the 90s vibe. I remember
Okay.
a lot of like, stuff from there, from that era.
Yeah. I don't know. The 80s really, really shaped me. And now that I'm in my late 50s, I'm shocked I'm still alive, number
I
one.
always said I would want to go back. I would want to go to the 80s if I could pick any time period. 80s seemed like the best time.
It
No
was fun.
phones. The drugs were clean. Nobody was like dying of any like, you had to really try, I feel like, to die of being laced or something like that. It
Right.
was
Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah.
could take a bump or take a pill from anybody. And that went almost until like I got out of high school, I feel like. Until like when I got out of high school, that kind of stopped. Um,
Hmm.
People were getting laced way more once I got out of high school. But I feel like even in the 80s, it was way better. Nobody thought about testing drugs or anything like that. You didn't have your phone. You know what I mean? Everybody's drinking at work, smoking at work. My parents used to tell me all those stories. You smoking pot on your lunch break, drinking at work, stuff like that. It just seemed like a great time. America was doing great financially, I'm sure, right? Like
Well,
everybody.
it was starting to slow.
Okay. But it seemed like
Yeah.
everybody had a car. It seemed like everybody had a house. Like if you tried, like if you it seems like if you tried, basically you can
Yeah. Yeah.
anybody could get a job and anybody could finance a car and a house. Like
No, I guess it was because the 70s were like hard on my parents.
Mhm.
With inflation, it was hard on a lot of people. Inflation, the energy crisis. But growing up, I mean, I think I would say both my sister and I had great childhoods. Um,
Yeah,
you
the
know,
80s seemed like everybody was doing all right.
yeah,
If you put a little effort in, not much. Now forget about it. Everybody's working 5 jobs, but
yeah. And there's too many distractions.
get a beeper. Oh, can you ring me? No, fuck you. I won't. How about no? Or
Yeah.
maybe, yeah, I'll go to the payphone.
Yeah,
Now,
now you have to answer the phone and not know who's calling,
yep, that's it.
you
Now,
know.
bing, bang, boom, bing, bang. I don't think I've had notifications on my phone like I have not had the sound notification on my phone since
Hmm.
probably like I was like 10 years ago. I don't do
Yeah.
the sound on the phone. I don't do that shit.
Now I'm making appointments to call people.
Get out of here, bro. Beep me.
It's
Get me on my beeper.
it's crazy, you know. You
Me
used to
on
just
my
call
beeper.
somebody and
Hmm.
you would answer the phone and go, "Oh, I'm so happy you called. Let's
Yep.
talk."
Hmm.
Now it's like, is now a good time? Oh,
Oh,
well, maybe can you, call me back maybe tomorrow about 8 o'clock? I can write that in.
pencil you in.
It's
80s seem
like,
fun, man.
what the
80s
hell
seem great.
happened? Yeah.
Movies are all good.
Yeah,
You know,
movies are good. Yeah.
2010, everything started going to shit. I feel like about 2010, everybody started getting all PC and getting all woke, and everything started getting real expensive or like more expensive. Everything just started to get shitty. Like '09 peak right there for me. '09 was a great year. I loved '09.
Hmm.
After that,
Yeah.
after 2012, over. End of the world. That's what they said.
Yeah, that was supposed to be the end of the Mayans got that wrong.
Well, it was the end of the great
I think
world.
they just ran out of space.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a circle. I mean, they ran out of
It was
space.
freaking out, man. Everybody freaks out about
Yeah.
something like once a week. The Rapture. That was when they had the Rapture before that, right? Around that time.
Well, no, the rapture is I think a fundamentalist theology.
Well, they were saying the Rapture was coming around that time. I remember. I
What,
remember
around
going around,
when?
around like 2012, 11, something like that.
Oh, well,
It was a big day where everybody
first it
was
was
oh, the
2000 and
Rapture, the
yeah.
Rapture coming. I remember being in Manhattan, like just laughing at everybody, freaking out. It's like it's all right, bro. Stop being a goof.
Well, imagine my disappointment after being traumatized by my fifth grade catechism teacher that the
Oh,
world
God,
was going to end
no.
in 2000, and I counted the years down to my 34th birthday, and it came and went without a hitch.
Same thing with the new millennium. I mean, everything. It's
Yeah,
not going to come when you expect it. Just everybody relax. Everybody calm down. The skies will open up when they open up. Don't
yeah.
worry about it. Enjoy your life.
So, how many people are feeling romantic on this pre-post Valentine's Day special?
Yeah, it's very romantic. We're romanticizing the past. How great things used to be. Everything's fucked up.
Yeah, yeah,
Everything's all fucked up. You try to buy a bouquet of flowers, it's $80. You know?
yeah. Well, I mean, if you really want to show your love, buy someone a carton of eggs.
Yep. Yep. I was flashing my carton earlier. I was like, look at that,
Yeah.
$20. $20, baby. It's ridiculous. This is the second time this happened in the last 3 years, though. There was another eggflation not too long ago that we talked about on the show. Like,
Okay.
yeah. But I think this one's worse.
All right. Well, I'm gonna share the story with you.
Sure.
It is courtesy of Reddit,
Love it.
and
Love Reddit. We love Reddit.
the title of this story is "My Town Believed in a Valentine's Day Monster."
Okay. Epic.
I've been single my entire life. I really don't mind it. It's just how I've always been, and yet I still buy Valentine's candy and a card every year. That simple thing saves my life. I moved to a small town right before starting high school. It was difficult trying to make new friends and adjusting to an entirely new place at the same time. By the time February rolled around, I was finally feeling as if I had gotten into the groove of things. I had only made a handful of friends, and to my shock, the first time I was ever asked out on a date was a week before Valentine's Day. I felt awkward going out with a girl who I'd never spoken with before, so I turned her down. She got angry, claiming that she had other options and was just being nice. That might be the case, but her extreme reaction confused me. I asked my friend Travis about it. Oh, yeah, you die if you're single on Valentine's Day. Get your heart ripped out and everything. So find a girlfriend for that day, he explained, and I scoffed at the idea. Come on, you don't expect me to believe that, do you? I asked, thinking he was just pulling a joke on the new kid. He acted as if I was just he acted as if he was just giving me the facts. He was looking at me as if I was crazy for not knowing about it. I told him he was crazy, but he just shook his head. It happens every year. Someone gets their heart ripped out. It might not be in this town, but like it's nearby. It's always somebody single. I guess you can risk it, but why? It's just one day. I said, that's stupid. Are you saying what? Someone knows you're single and kills you. A person doesn't do it, it's some sort of monster does. No one has lived after seeing it, but people said they heard drums and then found someone without their heart. Travis was again looking at me as if I should know all this. A Valentine's Day monster, really. Well, Christmas has Santa and there's an Easter bunny, so why can't Valentine's Day have something? For the next 10 minutes, I roasted a Valentine's Day monster. At least he could take a joke, even if he did believe the murders were real. He wasn't positive a monster was doing it, but he couldn't offer up any other reason behind the deaths. And he wasn't risking it. He already had a date lined up with a girl he didn't even like. I still thought the entire idea was dumb. As the days slowly got closer and closer, students paired up with each other. Some out of safety, others using the monster as an excuse to finally ask out their crush. I received a few pity offers, and I refused all of them as an act of rebellion against the stupid small town's tradition. I just watched as everyone started dating in fear of death. The store sold out of candy and cards pretty quick. Normally, everything would be flooded with pink and red products. The shelves were barren a few days before the 14th. Now, I refused to accept any offers, and I didn't plan on asking someone out either. The school offered a program where you could buy sweetheart candies to be delivered to a class for a small fee. I didn't mind getting my new friends each one, all the while making up silly names to put on the card of who they would receive it from. It was the only thing related to the whole day that I gave into, aside from buying a box of chocolates for myself. The chocolates were just a normal box of assorted types from the grocery store. When I bought them, the cashier slapped a heart-shaped sticker on the box to write who the candy was meant for. I shoved the chocolates in my backpack and forgot about them. I really wish I had taken the entire thing a bit more seriously. It wasn't until the night before Valentine's Day that I finally looked up the murders, finding them to be true. Dread started to form in my stomach as I scrolled through the library computer after school while waiting for my father to pick me up. I didn't find all the mysterious deaths, but enough to make me worry. 3 people were found with their hearts missing. An entire town was warning me about this, and yet I still sat in shock after finding out that it was true. My father finally picked me up from school and told me I needed to walk home the next day. I sat in the car, silently debating what to do. I didn't sleep that night. I tried thinking of the names of students that might not have a date. When the clock turned midnight and it was officially the 14th, I nearly had a panic attack and I was convinced the monster would swoop in and take my heart. The only way I got through that night without a breakdown was to shift my train of thought back to a Valentine's Day monster. That was stupid. It wasn't real. Some heartless store manager made up the whole story to sell more Valentine stuff through fear. That was it. That had to be it. I remained awake all night. In the morning, my mother noticed how I looked and offered to let me stay home. I refused, secretly hoping I would find a date when I went to school. The place was abuzz with new couples and gift exchanges as I walked down the hallway. A few students looked at me with pity in their eyes. Most of them knew my single status and how I would be the monster's top choice. No one went near me that day. My new friends awkwardly tried to find reasons to rush off if I tried talking to them. All of them having temporary new girlfriends gave them a good enough reason to get out. My candy heart prank wasn't funny. Some thought it was, but I couldn't find the humor in anything that day. Instead, I spent it looking over my shoulder, expecting to hear drums at any second. The final bell rang, and Travis was brave enough to walk over to me for a chat. I think he thought this was going to be our last conversation. The idea got him motivated enough to walk over, but not to find the words. Do you want to come over? I'm gonna go out, but maybe we can hang out beforehand. There's a really good show, and he trailed off, feeling awkward. It's fine. I'll just chill at home. My parents are going to be out and won't be home until after dinner, so I have the entire place to myself. That never happens. They finally think I'm old enough to be trusted, to be left alone, I explained, determined to still not believe in this nonsense, even though I was terrified. Travis nodded, looking pale. He wasn't brave enough to press me on hanging out. After all, he was certain I was going to die that night. He didn't want to be around to see it. I'll talk to you tomorrow, I said, and gave him a shaky wave. He gave one back and started to hurry over to his new girlfriend. As I walked away from school towards home, I felt like I was walking toward my own death. The sky was overcast. It made me feel even more gloomy. I kept mocking myself for my mood as I walked along the neighborhood. Finding a small rock, I started to kick it as I walked, trying to take my mind off the fear. A car started to drive along behind me with such loud music I could hear it thumping through the air. I watched it cruise by and a bit annoyed over the sound. But I stopped, confused as to why I could still hear the sound if the car was now out of sight. I realized the car wasn't the source of all the noise. My heart started to beat so fast and hard it matched the thudding rhythm that I could swear was getting closer and closer. I didn't look behind me or even get angry at myself for getting scared. I just ran down the street. I should have run up to one of the houses asking for help. I was so frightened, nothing rational came to mind. I ran like crazy all the while that beating followed. I wished this was a prank, but didn't stop running to find out. My mind was unable to work as my lungs burned from the mad dash. For a moment, I thought I was losing whatever was chasing me. I stumbled, nearly falling over a crooked sidewalk square in front of my house. I couldn't tell how close the thumping sound was over my own heart. Sweat poured down my face and I felt faint. I slammed into my front door, banging on it before I remembered my parents were out. I nearly screamed in frustration. The door was locked and my keys were buried under my books inside my backpack. That thudding sound was all I heard. It was so close it rumbled in my chest. My hands shook as I fumbled to get the zipper open. I was scared to death and I couldn't even open my eyes. Squeezing them shut, I felt around in my backpack for my key. My hand brushed against it and it went My hand brushed against it when a puff of wind came across my face. I smelled something sweet, and then the wind came again. To my horror, my mind clued into the fact that it wasn't wind but something breathing on my face. It was too late. Even if I got out my key, I couldn't unlock the door before whatever brought the heart thumping sound took my heart too. I refused to open my eyes to see the monster I now knew to be real. I love the sound of your heart. It's a shame it's alone. Let me add it to the others. The voice spoke wasn't a prank. It was twisted and beyond anything a human could make. My mind was racing. I felt the sharp tip of a claw poke my chest, leaving a small cut through my shirt. A cruel laugh came as I whimpered in fear. With my hand still in my backpack, I felt something. A crazy idea came to mind. It was either that or death, so I grabbed a hold and yanked the box of chocolates from my bag. I held it out to the monster. Still, I refused to see. My voice strained, shaking, and I asked a question I prayed would save my life. Will you be my Valentine this year? My heart nearly beat out of my chest. Opening my eyes a crack, I could see the box in my hand, but not the creature. I should have died. Instead of clawing out my heart, the twisted hand with razor sharp nails reached out and took the box. I forced my eyes shut. My entire body was shaking. Something brushed my face, causing me to tense up so much it hurt. That clawed finger brushed some hair from my face with another cruel laugh. What a cute kid you are. I accept this gift this year, but someday I'll be back to claim your heart. I bit down on my tongue, trying not to scream at the horrible voice. With a one final laugh that rattled my bones, the thudding stopped. It took me forever before I gathered up the courage to open my eyes. Nothing was on the front step. It was alone. If it wasn't for the rip in my shirt, I thought the whole thing was a delusion. I didn't tell anyone what happened. I mean, who would believe me? I went to school for the first half of the day on the 15th. I had barely slept 2 days and needed to take the rest of the day off, but I didn't want my friends to think I had died. All of them looked shocked that I lived. I just said I got lucky. The school moved on. The short lived relationship caused by that day fizzled out. A time As time crept along, I started to dread knowing Valentine's Day was coming again next year. I bought more candy, roses, a card, expecting a visit from a monster. I should have just gone along and dated someone, but somehow the idea of it was more stressful than dealing with a monster. I anticipated and feared Valentine's Day only to have nothing happen. Nothing happens besides the fact that the gifts I addressed to the creature go missing overnight. As the years carried on, I kept buying different gifts with the same result. As I've gotten older, I've heard those terrible heartbeats faintly on Valentine's Day. Each year, the sound gets louder and louder. I think this year is finally going to be when that monster shows itself. Again, just asking someone out might save my life. But I think if the monster does show up, I'll ask the question again. But this time I will keep my eyes open.
Where'd you find that? That was cool.
On
What
Reddit.
subreddit was that on? I mean, it was like horror story subreddit?
Hold on a second.
My man was asexual. He was not trying to date nobody.
No, it was No Sleep.
Oh, that was cute. I like that. That was cute. I was gonna say that tomorrow morning I'm probably gonna watch Valentine, which is a horror movie, slasher horror movie.
Okay.
You might like that. It has Denise Richards in it. I always thought she was super hot. I always liked her a lot. But that's a movie I've been watching since I was a little kid. I love that movie. They think this kid comes back that they bullied when they were in middle school, and he's killing everybody with a Cupid mask on. It's a cool like
I'll have to check that out.
it's a cool 2000 slasher movie. And we've been waiting for Heart Eyes to come out on our little websites.
Uh-huh.
I was checking earlier today. It is not there. It is
And
not.
we had planned to see Hard Eyes, and unfortunately, my family, my household, got an early Valentine's Day horror,
Yep.
the neurovirus.
Everybody's been getting it. Happy Valentine's Day. Everybody's shitting themselves with Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's to you.
Everybody's shitting. Spending Valentine's Day on the toilet bowl.
Yep. So actually, my mother and I didn't suffer too much. Unfortunately, that was not the case for Pops.
Yep. Somebody's got to get it.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to get it.
So, and
So,
I'm sure that the listening and viewing audience is glad that we shared that.
right. They've heard worse. They've heard worse. Far
Heard
worse.
worse, yes.
Far worse.
So that's all I got.
Great show. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day. And if you did have a Valentine's this year, we hope that your love continues on and is wholesome and true and brings you much joy. And if you just had a Valentine's Day date to avoid the Valentine's Day monster ripping out your heart, now is about the time that the two of you can go your separate ways.
And I hope that if you don't have a Valentine, you are sitting in front of the computer or on your Nintendo Switch and playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Everybody's loving it. It's great. It'll take your mind away from not having anybody to have sex with. It's a great game.
All right. Good night.
GN.